Hello students, this is Lily Morningstar, your instructor at College of Southern Nevada, and if you're watching this video, you're in my class CAT 173. Today I'm working on chapter 7 lab, and the reason I'm doing this recording because there was some issues within the lab that I wasn't able to resolve on the first try, and now I found little more information regarding some lab perms changes, and directions in your book might be misleading, so make sure you understand that. First of all, let's start the lab. Make sure it's successfully started, because what happened one of the times when I was doing the lab, when uh, the lab did not create one of the um, scripts correctly, I was not able to complete the lab correctly. So next we SSH to server B. Make sure you SSH to server B, not server A. That's another issue and problem I did it when I was completing this lab, and I noticed that some students also did that when they sent me screenshots. Excellent. So I'm on the server B right now. I'm switching to root. Password is Red Hat. And as a root, I'm making directory home dash docs. Please make sure you spell correctly. You will not pass the lab if you will not. Again, that's something I learned through my errors. And we can ls to see this creation. So ls ld home docs. So as you can see, I did not create the Tage docs correctly. Or did I? Yeah, I did. Oh, somehow I thought I misspelled it again. Okay, last time I spelled tech docs without H in it. Now I can see that root is the owner, and root primary group is owner group. Root has full permissions, group has only read and execute. Now we need to change the owner group, so we're gonna use Chon, and the group will be tech docs. Again, we need to make sure we spell everything correctly. Linux will not tolerate this kind of mistakes. Excellent. Um, Now we switch to Tech 1. And as a Tech 1, we're gonna touch, and we will not be able to do it because permissions, we don't have permissions. Home, Tech, Docs. One, txt. But we can definitely get these permissions adjusted to us. Like if we will run a ls command, you will see that permissions are not set for us to be able to make any changes. So ls ld home docs, and now we will run id command to identify ourselves, to see if we're part of this group tech docs. Yes, we are. But let's see what permissions we have. We have only read and execute. We cannot make any changes. We cannot write. So What we can do, we can sudo um, oh, that's actually interesting idea. But at this point, we just need to change our permissions. So we're gonna go back to root. And as a root, we will do change permissions mode. So what are we gonna do with this permissions? We going to apply 2, which is read for the owner, which is root, and 7 for the owner's primary group, and 7 for tech docs group, and then we going to put 0 for everyone else. And home. So let's see, ls. I was going to repeat the ls command, which is dumb. Of course, it's easier to type, and because I did it in tech as a tech one previously, not as a root, I wasn't able to. So I'm on a different shell, and I can see that I can read, write, and execute as the owner of the file, and with specific permission, I can read, write. So now we have write permissions, and moving on to tech 2. No, tech 1. And in tech 1, now we can touch this document. Home. Doc. 1. txt. Excuse me. ID tech 1. I'm in the tech docs, and I was supposed to be able to easily create this file in the tech docs, because I do have permissions to do this. One of two things. I did something incorrectly. Yes, I did something incorrectly. Tech docs. Again, spelling. Um, my biggest issue working with the command line is spelling, so you guys also will find yourself in trouble if you misspell words. Excellent. So now we can actually ls and All right, so it belongs to the tech1 as the owner of the file, and tech docs would be able read and write into this file. So if we switch to tech2, we also will be its Red Hat password. Um, if we use, we also a part of the group as a tech2 in tech docs, so we will be able to add some text to this document. So we use echo command, and we will echo, this is the first ditch doc, period. And we are not appending files, so we will redirect only with the single redirection sign to they in the lab they tell you to cd into home tech docs. I didn't do it, so I'm just going to write entire path to the document. Home, excellent. So we can cat to verify that the file. Yep. And we can switch back to root. No, we're switching to database one. Okay. They just want to exit because they don't want to open shell within the shell within the shell, because then you have to exit multiple times, which is okay with me. One, and Red Hat is your password. And here we're going to echo some more stuff into this document. Again, the same text. This is the first tech document, but at this time we will append the text, which means we're going to add this text. So we will use double redirection. Home tech docs tech doc 1.txt. We will get permission denied because we are not part of the, well, we can verify this. ID, yep, we are not part of the group tech docs, and that's the reason why we cannot do this. So we're going back to root, and root can do whatever root wants. And oh, that's actually at end of this. So basically, we had to just verify that, because when database we cannot see the content of the file or edit the file, which is fine. So we moving to the step 8, and step 8 where everybody had who contacted me issues. So let's do it together. Hopefully this time we'll have less problems, maybe not. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just exit those multiple shells that they just got running. Yeah, that's exactly what I told you. If you just switching between users, you just opening multiple shells without exiting them, which is fine. Okay. Now we need to. We're already student, so we don't need to switch back to student. We need to run umask, and umask should be 002. It is, and then we um, need to be root. So it's you red hat, and as a root, so that's where is misguidance. They tell you to create etc profile d local umask sh file with the following content to set umask 007. So I've done that, and it didn't do anything. There was an error and the script didn't work. So I am going to try right now completely different way of doing things. So first of all, we will use Vim, and in Vim we will edit not the file that they tell us to create local umask sh, but we're actually going to go to bashrc etc bashrc. We already root, we have no problem to edit any of this text, but why we don't see anything in bashrc right now? That's incorrect, because etc doesn't have forward slash in front. Hmm. The that's the correct file. So I'm gonna do something different. So when I entered as a V, it's just like text editor, but it's a script. So I want to see my script more detailed with the colors, so it will be easier for me to edit it. And I'm going down to find the area where we changing umask. So right here, I will insert mode, and we will change 00. Isn't what we were supposed to see, right? 007 and 0022. So that's exactly what I am frustrated right now, because this is not right. That's exactly part of the script that we need to edit and enter our own umask, but it's already. So I'm just copying this part of the script so I don't have to write it again when I need to. And since we didn't do any changes, we just can quit the document. Oh, escape. All right. So we should have different umask right now. Well, not for the root, because root is below 189, so then we will receive 022. But if we exit root, students should have different umask, and it has 002 instead of 007, which is not what we want to see. So what I want us to do at this moment, um, let's verify this. Exit SSH student at server B you mask. That's incorrect. And that makes me frustrated. Okay, let's create another file then. Vim etc profile D. Make sure no spelling errors. We will not local you mask sh. It's a script file, so that's why we have. And now insert, and we're gonna paste, and we're gonna do some changes here according to our book. Uh, yes, I'm making sounds right now. And that's not normal, whatever is happening here, because I am very frustrated with the fact that whatever we're doing wrong, and I don't know why. No, we have this single quotation marks. Uh, let's try it. So I see only one problem here right now. We will not be able to save it probably because we're a student, not root, when we're supposed to be a root. Hey, we can try anything we want. Yep, it doesn't give us. Okay, just quit without saving. Um, Again, we are experimenting right now, so whatever is not working is not working, whatever is working is working, and if you find a way to make it work, you should let me know and you should other students know, but hopefully we will find this right now with you. Okay, so I've done it, and yes, we save this as this. This makes me very frustrated. I don't know what's going on. Okay, exit and SSH student. Nope, student server B. And it's incorrect password I just entered will not let me in. Come on, I mistyped 3 times the same password. Oh, it's student without T. Excellent. You must. Yay, we won. So as you can see, it works. It's whatever we experimented with, it works. So let's exit and run um, uh, lab grade. Yay, I just passed this lab. So as you can see, it works, but you just have to be creative and do little research.